Beloved Masters, as we monitor your progress, measure the light quotient of your thought patterns, and observe how valiant and stalwart you are in your endeavors to integrate the wondrous energies of Creator Consciousness, we are most gratified, as well as amazed, at your astounding progress. The maelstrom of negative thought forms that have swirled throughout the 3 lower astral planes, and which have affected humanity for eons of time, are gradually being replaced by uplifting thought forms of hope, inspiration, joy. This will allow the reality that scarcity is only an imbalanced, negative thought form, which can be replaced with an assurance that abundance is everyone's divine birthright. All you have to do in order to claim your heritage is to accept as your truth that you are worthy, and then to solidify that reality via your positive thoughts, deeds and actions. A wondrous new vision, a powerful probable future for humanity and the earth, is awaiting your entrance into a 5th-dimensional environment. It is being strengthened and magnified moment by moment. It is a future whereby all humanity, as well as the mineral, vegetable, animal, human, divic and elemental kingdoms will peacefully coexist on earth. Envision an earth which is pristine in its beauty, and which has sparkling clear water and clean healthy air to breathe. It will be a world of abundance and plenty, whereby no one will suffer from lack of adequate food, shelter, or opportunity. It will be a world whereby different races, cultures, beliefs, and traditions are honored and respected, where no one tries to force his or her beliefs on others, or deny others the right to live their own truths and follow their own customs. As more and more of you slowly withdraw your attention and thoughts from the self-limiting thought patterns of old, they are gradually dissolving and becoming ineffectual. Have we not told you over and over again, your thoughts have energy positive or negative, and what you focus on, you magnify? Many of you are so caught up in the desire to ascend, and to live in a perceived paradise of the higher dimensions, you are forgetting and neglecting the beauty, joy, and the benefits of experiencing the magnificence and wonder of the journey. Each phase of new awareness or expanded consciousness has its special miracles and benefits, which are to be savored and enjoyed. Each time you release some old self-limiting, painful thought form, habit, or discordant energies within, you are transformed, and you remove a small, or large, part of your disguise, which allows you to integrate another facet of your wondrous God Self. In doing so, you are gradually creating a new empowered you, and a new reality opens to you whereby you have access to many new concepts, as well as many new talents, and your sensitivity to the exquisite nuances of spirit miraculously unfolds around you. Those of you who have followed our teachings over the years are aware that the major theme for the spirit or human experience on planet Earth has been separation, duality, and polarity, with an ultimate goal of returning to balance, harmony and oneness with your multidimensional self, and unity consciousness with all. Each of you fragmented your divine self into hundreds of individual sparks of consciousness as you ventured forth to fulfill the divine mandate of the Creator, go forth and create new worlds without end in my name. Along the way many of you forgot that there is a universal law that states, you must experience that which you have created. The great multitude of seekers who have moved back onto the path, which leads to harmony and a reunion with Spirit, have primarily done so because each of you were tired of the pain and suffering of the past. And so, your soul self finally got your attention so that you were ready to listen to the whisperings of Spirit. Those of you who have diligently sought your higher truth, and have striven to live and exemplify that truth, are now reaping the rewards. You are learning that you are in control, and you are not being tossed around by the whims of fate. You are not being punished or rewarded by anyone, for you have realized that you are responsible for your thoughts and actions, and you create your own reality all of it. Via the harmonious or discordant frequency patterns you emit. You have finally realized that you are not surrendering anything, but when you align your will with the Creator's will, you make way for unlimited miracles and possibilities to enter your life. We have discussed in depth about bringing all the facets of your multiple chakra system back into harmony, and the importance of integrating and balancing the virtues, qualities, and attributes of the rays of God consciousness. If any one facet of your being is out of balance, none of the others can function at its maximum potential. You are meant to be a composite spiritual or human being with a unified consciousness. In most human beings, the physical senses and desires of the body have overridden the more subtle senses of their spiritual nature. A person who lives mostly in a mental world is lacking or missing out on the wonders, strength, and delight of the heart, refined emotions and the soul. A person who is driven by his or her emotions is living in an unstable world, which has no foundation or structure, and is susceptible to the emotional highs and lows of everyday occurrences and those around him or her. A person who has disconnected from spirit lives a life without hope, and no matter what he or she may attain or accumulate in the physical world, he or she lives an existence that does not sustain the soul, a life without the luster of lasting, heartfelt gratification. Humanity has focused on the emotions of spirit for thousands of years, and has neglected the science or mental aspects of spirituality. The universe and all creation function under the immutable universal laws as decreed by the Supreme Creator. Know the laws and live in harmony with them, and you will exist in alignment with Creator will. As a result, you may be assured that all the beauty, bounty, and abundance of the universe will be yours for the taking. Returning to harmony and balance within what we call the four lower bodily systems, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, is the next vital step after coming to an understanding about the energies, qualities, and attributes of each chakra and how they affect the four bodily systems. It is imperative that you stimulate and work on your emotional intelligence and your mental intuition. You need to redefine your altered ego desire body, and re-establish the proper relationship between your ego and your soul self. The ego was designed to function under the direction of the soul, not the other way around, whereby you are to focus your attention on your inner world of reality instead of the illusion of the outer world. You will no longer look for some event, some person, or something to give you a moment's satisfaction or happiness, things that are usually fleeting, and often fall short of your expectations. When you turn inward to validate your self-worth and to feed your emotional and spiritual yearnings, you will tap into that wellspring of unlimited sustenance. Many of you have chosen to experience strong first, third, or fifth ray energies, which often lead to a tendency to function almost exclusively within the left, mental, hemisphere of the brain structure, with a linear, outward-focused, analytical mindset. A major focus of your life's lessons is to learn to use the abstract or emotional right brain structure, and to explore and integrate the emotional facets of your nature. Second-ray people are apt to be more balanced in their bodily nature, whereby they explore and use both the right and left hemispheres of the brain, but this is not always the case. However, those who have chosen to experience and balance the fourth, sixth, and seventh rays during this lifetime are inclined to function mostly within the right brain structure, and they tend to be very emotional in nature. Their world is often perceived as an emotional roller coaster, and it is very difficult to find a balance or to live a harmonious existence. Your goal is to blend and harmonize the major bodily chakras of your physical being to balance your mental and emotional energy fields and overlight them with your spiritual essence. We will define each category so that you may quickly identify what you need to focus on and rectify. Mental body focus *. When the mental body is the major focus, your beliefs, attitudes, and knowledge are derived from textbook and historical or traditional facts without the benefit of emotional or spiritual validation. You tend to be very analytical, often rigid, judgmental, and you must maintain intellectual control. You have limited visionary abilities, and you only believe what is tangible and what can be proven scientifically. Emotional body focus *. When the emotional body is the driving force within you, you are vulnerable to the strong emotional tide of the mass consciousness and your altered ego. You must examine and discover how your emotions drive and control you through your desires and wants, and you must closely examine your motives. Mental body with spiritual body overlight *. You have learned to utilize the wisdom of your superconscious mind as you integrate all the attributes, qualities, and virtues of your God ray and soul ray, and you have learned to focus on the still point of the now. You have perfected the process of healing the past, scripting the future, and living in the power of the moment. Emotional body with spiritual body overlight *. As the mental and emotional bodies are harmonized, you will have learned to rely on your mental intuition as you seek to validate and integrate the higher truths you are accessing in your never-ending quest for enlightenment. You validate your truths through your heart or soul monitor, and then you live by those truths to the best of your ability. New expanded thoughts and concepts become the norm. Emotional or mental body unity equals emotional intelligence *. The emotional energetics you radiate along with your focused intent are some of the most important components in the creation process. When there is a balance of power between your emotional and mental bodies, you begin the process of understanding yourself, and you learn to identify the driving force behind your actions. You learn to harmonize your will with God's will as you begin to understand the workings of the universal laws. The desired mode is emotional detachment, as you move gracefully and surely toward your desired goal. Spiritual or mental body consciousness *. When you begin to use the intelligence of your soul self, you tap into the unlimited possibilities of the cosmic stream of divine light. You learn how to bypass the distortions of the third or fourth dimensions as you create and use your pyramid of power or light in the fifth dimension. That is when the miracles truly begin to happen, and you will know without any doubt that you are partnering with Spirit in all your endeavors. Spiritual or emotional body consciousness *. Love tempers your emotions, and although you still have a human nature, you have learned discernment, and you become detached from all the negative life drama going on around you. You now view the events in your life from a higher vantage point, that of a self-master. Harmonized spiritual or mental or emotional or physical consciousness *. You derive nurturance from your indwelling spirit, and from our Father or Mother God via your God ray. You stop looking outside yourself for validation of your self-worth. You no longer experience the sharp highs and lows as you move into a state of joy or bliss. You learn to live in the world, surrounded by a sphere of higher frequency love or light that you have created, as you expand your consciousness to incorporate the great variety of multidimensional expressions now available to you. You are now living in an ascended state of consciousness as you unite with the multiple facets of your God self. You move out of a state of becoming into a state of being. You have developed clear seeing and pure intention, and the fog of illusion no longer affects you. You mold and create your greatest visions and desires from the storehouse of divine unmanifest potential, and you live in harmony with all creation. You develop an unerring assurance that you can have or become anything you can envision, if you are willing to put forth the effort to accomplish your goals. You have learned to rely on your angelic helpers, and you gain strength and sustenance from their presence. You will then be seen and defined as a unified, radiant spiritual being in human form. Brave hearts, we can offer you tools and knowledge, and we can encourage and inspire you. However, you must be willing to turn the knowledge into wisdom, and take the necessary action to reclaim your divinity and the glorified state that awaits you. I am your faithful companion on the journey, and you are loved beyond measure. I am Archangel Michael.